Hey you all, this is Sister Katrina, and I just want to come on. I was reading Luke chapter 15 earlier, and it's talking about the prodigal son. You know, one of the sons stayed with the father, and the other son, he took his inheritance and he left and he did what he wanted to do. And so as I was reading, I was kind of like more like the second son. But as I kept reading it, it's like I can hear God saying, don't this sound familiar to you? And so I just want to encourage you all when you're being in a place where you're being faithful to God, and it looks like things are not falling in place for you, and you may look around, you may see so many things happening for so many other people. Don't get discouraged by what God is doing for them. He did say that He reigned on the just as well as He do the unjust, and it's not that He's forgotten about you, because He haven't. So don't get discouraged. Don't get angry. Don't get mad. Don't lose focus of where God have you because of how things are going on around you. Keep praying that if it's people that's out there doing wrong and if good things are happening for them, keep praying that God open up their eyes so that they can see the truth, and that they can want to serve God, not just for what He can do for them, but because of who He is. So I just want to encourage you all, don't have a bad heart when you see somebody else getting blessed and it may seem like things are not falling in place for you. When I read that, and it's like I could feel God telling me, don't this sound familiar? I felt bad. Like, it was a conviction. God let me know, don't be like that. I got blessings for you, just as I do for everybody else. He's not a small God. What He give me, He can give to somebody else. And what He do for somebody else, He can do it for me. So there's no room to get jealous. There's no room to get upset. There's no room to get angry or mad. I try to point fingers or try to put out there what you're doing. It's no room for none of that. We have to rejoice and be happy for people, whether they deserve something or not. Because when you have a right heart towards somebody else getting blessed, that can put you in a position to get blessed so much more. So keep your eyes focused on God. Don't get distracted by what you're seeing about what God is doing for someone else or what's happening for someone else. You just thank God and ask God to bless them and help them to get to the place where they need to be if they're not. And if they are in a good place, then just be happy for them. Rejoice with them, because that's what we're supposed to do. But don't lose sight of God, because you may not have received what you've been praying for and believing for. It's coming. So we have to stay patient and keep believing in God. There's people in the Bible. The Bible talks about there's people who died believing God for things, and they didn't get to see it come to pass. And God's gonna make sure that the things that we're believing Him for, He's gonna make sure that we get to see it. And if we don't get to see it, then a generation upon us will get to see it. So it's going to come to pass. So you can believe God when He say that His word is not going to come back void. You can believe that, because it's not. So I love you all. And I just